YouTube channel. I'm really excited about this because I was just telling Elyse, I've always wanted to be.
Yeah, I didn't realize that this was like a lifelong goal.
Yes, I watch a lot of YouTube.
Anyway, we were doing this video because we put a Q&A up on our Instagram and we got some questions and we're gonna answer them today.
Yeah.
So Q&A.
So you guys have that aspect where you're not just like listening to us talk, but you can see our faces and you can see like
to know us.
Yeah, definly. So I'm really
get to know
excited.
you. Exactly.
Yeah, this is the first one, and then we're gonna be doing more.
Ready?
Yes.
First question: favorite segment you have talked about so far?
That's a good one.
I think mine, just because I'm so passionate about it, was the body positivity one with Taylor Hickey. So Taylor Hickey and I go way back. She is one of my best friends since like 4th grade. And she has always been like really an advocate for that because she struggled with it. Watching her grow through that has just been an amazing thing for me to see as one of her best friends.
Just the knowledge that she brought. I mean, she had like a whole presentation that she had just done for her school. So she was like, she was ready to go, and she like really opened our eyes. And also that was the episode, I think, that I texted Elyse and was like, wow, like I want to do this with my life. Like I want to have these conversations with people. This means so much to me.
That was just a great episode. And we're gonna be doing a part 2, part 3, like this, that's an ongoing theme throughout This Is Your 20s. So
yeah. My favorite segment was the faith and spirituality one.
Oh my
gosh. With Russia. I just love having conversations with people about like the universe and God, and the best conversation. If you haven't listened to that episode, I highly recommend it. Especially as someone who's like, I'm always constantly kind of struggling with my faith and struggling with like what I believe. And so it was just a good episode to show that like everyone's kind of at a different step in that journey.
Yeah.
And it's comforting to know that like if you don't have it figured out, like there's no rush, it's okay. So
I loved that episode.
Biggest fear going into the real world. Oh, that's...
You go first.
I think my biggest fear is getting burnt out. Obviously, I'm gonna have to work a 9-to-5 job, and that's just a lot. It's scary. Elyse is like so anti 9-to-5.
I don't know why. Probably because I've worked some terrible 9-to-5.
Yeah. It's gonna be really hard going from college where you have like kind of a different schedule every day.
Yeah.
And you have like time in college for yourself, like during the day. Like I have classes, but I also have time to come back home and take a nap. I have tennis. Like everything's kind of just laid out for you really well in college.
I didn't realize that till senior year, how good kind of we have it in college.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hard. College is hard.
Right.
Like
Obviously.
The schoolwork is a lot, and it's a lot to balance. It's very overwhelming at times. And I am looking forward in the real world to like when I'm done with work and I leave work, I'm done with work.
You have your weekend to be your weekend. Working all day Sunday to catch up.
Yeah, definitely. So also just the fact that there's like no end in sight. So like we're going off of an academic calendar, so there's always like, oh, spring break is coming up, or fall break, or like I'm gonna have the summer off, and now it's like there's no end. You just keep working, and like that's really scary to me. So
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's like one of my biggest fears.
What was your inspiration behind making this podcast? I think the universe works in a really cool way. I'm a big advocate that the universe is like in your favor if you let it be. You're going through a hard time and you're learning a lot of things, it's for a reason. About a year ago, I was really struggling mentally, and that happened for a reason because I learned so much about self-growth and what's actually healthy for me. This podcast to me is like a manifestation of like everything I've learned.
It's interesting because I'm trying to think if there was like one moment where I was like, I want to make a podcast, and there wasn't. One thing I do know that I'm very good at is talking and talking to people. We've talked about this. I'm an introvert, but I love public speaking. I love meeting new people. I love getting energy off of people that I really vibe with. And obviously Elyse and I vibe, we're best friends. I honestly think that we can be really good role models for younger girls and girls that are our age and above us and or can look to us as like their little sisters for entertainment. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do think that we have something important to say. I really went through my dark time, really, and I'm still kind of going through it, but I really went through it at the beginning of this year. And I really felt like I had no hope, like at the beginning of the semester. And so this podcast was honestly just kind of like a saving grace. Like for me mentally, just to be able to to get all my thoughts out
Yeah.
to people, even if no one was listening, just for myself, it became, oh, are you about to cry?
No. What? That's
tears
crazy.
in her eyes.
I have my mom's emotions. She cries at anything. That's beautiful. I didn't know that.
I mean, well, and it started that way, and then it started to become like, oh, we're actually pretty good at this. Like, we have good banter, we're quick-witted, like.
We love it. We literally love doing it.
I
Like,
mean,
it's a Saturday and we're doing this instead of
like drinking and partying.
chilling out or.
And also just like really hoping that whatever we have to say can be meaningful to someone, seriously.
Genuinely, yeah. Here we go, last question. What's it like working with your best friend? I think it's so fun. I honestly love it.
Yeah.
Like, love it.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes.
When I have like a bad mental health day, my tendency is to like isolate myself. So sometimes I feel bad because I'll like send her a text and be like, I like can't do this today. Like I'm really feeling like this.
Yeah. And I understand that because I'm her best friend. Like I'll be like, you're good, what do you need? You know, I love you, like.
Which is really nice because I feel like if it was anyone else, then it would be really hard and I feel like I would really burn myself out. But like she's very understanding and she knows like where I'm at and she's dealt with that before, so it's like it works out fine.
Mary's really good at like more of like the social media stuff and like writing things out. Like she's a great writer, which helps me a lot because I'm not the best writer.
So she's super good at like people, like talking to people and networking and things like that. She's really good on that end of things and I'm good on like the branding. And we fill in the gaps in each other, which is really nice.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Complete each other.
Complete. Oh my gosh. Remember when these were in? Justin Bieber.
Sunset Heart Hands.
Believer. Anyway, thanks for watching. We're going to be doing more Q&As like this for our YouTube. Follow us on all the things.
Follow us. Instagram, this is your .20s. Twitter, this is your _20s. And then this is your 20s@gmail.com. And so get in touch with us in any way, shape, or form that you need to. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear anything, feedback, any guests if you want to be a guest on the show or if you know someone that wants to be on the show.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Much love.